Welcome to Ask Prep, your trusted companion for NEET and JEE preparation. Today we will study about a very important topic of biology, which is digestion and absorption, human digestive system, enzymes, absorption. Let's begin by understanding the human digestive system. The process of digestion starts not in the stomach, but the moment we see, smell, or think about food. These sensory cues trigger salivary glands to start secreting saliva, preparing the body for digestion. The actual journey of food, however, begins in the mouth or oral cavity. Here, the teeth perform mechanical digestion by breaking down food into smaller particles. The tongue helps in mixing the food with saliva and shaping it into a bolus for easy swallowing. Saliva contains an enzyme called salivary amylase, which begins the chemical digestion of starch. Though only a small amount of digestion happens in the mouth, it's crucial because it marks the beginning of enzymatic breakdown. Once the food is swallowed, it passes through the pharynx and then the esophagus, a muscular tube that uses rhythmic contractions called peristalsis to push the bolus down into the stomach. The stomach is a muscular, hollow organ where both mechanical and chemical digestion continue. The inner lining of the stomach secretes gastric juices that include hydrochloric acid, mucus, and the enzyme pepsin. Hydrochloric acid not only creates an acidic environment but also helps in killing bacteria and denaturing proteins, making them more accessible to enzymatic action. Pepsin is particularly important because it begins the digestion of proteins into smaller peptides. The mucus protects the inner lining of the stomach from its own acid. The stomach churns the food and mixes it with gastric juices, converting it into a semi-liquid mass called chyme. This chyme then slowly enters the small intestine, which is the major site of digestion and absorption. The small intestine is divided into three parts: the duodenum, jejunum, and ileum. Each section plays a specific role in digestion and absorption. As the chyme enters the duodenum, it encounters secretions from two accessory organs, the pancreas and the liver. The pancreas secretes pancreatic juice rich in enzymes like trypsin, chymotrypsin, amylase, and lipase. Trypsin and chymotrypsin continue the breakdown of proteins into smaller peptides, amylase digests carbohydrates, and lipase breaks down fats into fatty acids and glycerol. The liver produces bile, which is stored in the gallbladder and released into the duodenum. Bile contains bile salts which emulsify fats, increasing their surface area for more efficient digestion by lipase. It's important to remember that bile does not contain enzymes but is essential for fat digestion. The intestinal wall itself also secretes enzymes collectively known as the brush border enzymes. These enzymes complete the final stages of digestion. For instance, maltase breaks down maltose into glucose, sucrase breaks down sucrose into glucose and fructose, and lactase breaks down lactose into glucose and galactose. Similarly, peptidases break down peptides into individual amino acids. All these end products, simple sugars, amino acids, fatty acids, and glycerol, are now ready to be absorbed. Absorption primarily occurs in the jejunum and ileum. The inner lining of the small intestine is highly adapted for absorption. It has numerous folds, villi, and microvilli, collectively called the brush border, which greatly increase the surface area. Each villus contains a network of capillaries and a lymphatic vessel called a lacteal. Water-soluble nutrients like glucose and amino acids are absorbed into the blood capillaries, while fat-soluble substances like fatty acids and glycerol enter the lacteals and eventually reach the bloodstream through the lymphatic system. Transport across the intestinal lining can occur through passive diffusion, facilitated diffusion, active transport, or endocytosis. Glucose and amino acids, for example, are absorbed through active transport mechanisms that require energy, while fatty acids and glycerol move through diffusion after being packaged into small fat droplets called micelles. These micelles then form chylomicrons inside the intestinal cells before entering the lacteals. Digestion and absorption are regulated through both neural and hormonal controls. The presence of food in the stomach stimulates the release of a hormone called gastrin, which increases the secretion of gastric juice. As food moves into the duodenum, other hormones like secretin and cholecystokinin are released. Secretin stimulates the pancreas to release bicarbonate-rich juice to neutralize the acidic chyme, while cholecystokinin stimulates the release of pancreatic enzymes and bile from the gallbladder. These hormones ensure that enzymes and digestive juices are released at the right time and in the right amounts for optimal digestion. It's fascinating to note how well coordinated this entire system is. Every enzyme has a specific substrate and operates within a narrow pH range, which is maintained carefully in each part of the digestive tract. For example, pepsin requires an acidic pH to function in the stomach, while trypsin needs a basic environment in the small intestine. This pH regulation is vital for proper enzyme activity and efficient nutrient breakdown. The human digestive system also houses trillions of beneficial bacteria, collectively known as the gut microbiota. These microbes play a role in the fermentation of undigested carbohydrates, synthesis of certain vitamins like vitamin K and some B vitamins, and in boosting immunity. A healthy digestive system is often a reflection of a balanced gut microbiota. In summary, digestion is a complex yet beautifully orchestrated process that involves mechanical and chemical breakdown of food, facilitated by a variety of enzymes and secretions from different parts of the body. Absorption ensures that the nutrients released from food enter the bloodstream or lymph and reach every cell of the body. Understanding this process not only helps us score better in exams but also deepens our appreciation for how our bodies work to sustain life. Thank you so much for being a part of the Ask Prep community. We truly appreciate your time and dedication to learning, especially when it comes to mastering biology, a subject that's not only essential for exams like NEET and JEE. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends who are also preparing, and make sure to subscribe to our channel so you never miss an update.